Thank you for joining me at You Belong Coaching Women with ADHD, and I'm here with my husband.
Yeah.
Now that I have my results back, he's going to ask me a few questions.
If that's okay with you.
Yes, that's fine.
How do you feel?
I think I feel good.
You feel
Not I
good.
think, I do feel good.
That's good.
Hmm.
That's good. I know you've been um, experiencing some new things over the last week or so. So I wanted to
Yeah,
always um, make sure that you're good.
thank you.
All
You do.
right. Yeah. Um, so you recently shared your ADHD diagnosis. How can you tell us how it felt to finally get those results in?
I was nervous. I was nervous, but I'm also relieved. Um, I'm relieved because now I know that I wasn't making it up in my mind, and I can move on now.
That's good. Yeah, I feel like getting those results for you, and again, I was outside looking in. It felt like it was the top of the mountain for you.
Yeah.
I felt like you were climbing, searching, and you finally got what you was looking for. Um, so now you're at the top of the mountain. You have these results. How does it make you feel personally? Right? You know, you have your
Mm,
professional self,
mm,
you have your social self with your friends and things of that nature. How does it make you feel personally?
Knowing makes me feel. I have mixed emotions, and the
Hmm.
reason being is because now that I know, I'm looking forward to making a different kind of progress. I'm looking forward to being a new me.
Hmm.
And that's why my emotions are sort of mixed, and that I'm ready to kind of make the needed adjustments.
Hmm. Hmm. Yes, uh, adjustments is the word. Changes are the word. Pivots comes to mind. From a family standpoint, how can we support you on this journey, right? Because I feel like we probably going to be affected the most by this. Um, how can we support you during this time?
I would say if just be a little patient with me, empathetic uh, uh, for some of the needs that I have would be to help me would be to kind of remove some of the clutter from my life.
Mm.
And I know I have this thing with mail that
Ah,
I don't know
oh,
why I can't get rid
oh,
of it, but it's just like piles of
yeah,
mail, and I have to figure out a way to stop doing that. And that just kind of adds clutter to my brain, and
yes,
it's just all at the side of my bed, and I don't want that there anymore.
yes. I agree with you wholeheartedly. I think I'm looking that way, but I see in my room there's a pile of clothes that I need to
Mm,
figure out what's
yeah.
going on. Uh, and we need a shredder. We need a bigger shredder to just cut up some of this mail and to get more organized. I read something sometime somewhere, um, and it talked about your room represents your mind,
Yeah.
and the more cluttered your room is, the more cluttered your brain is, or your mind. And the more organized your room is, the more organized your mind is. So when you say that, it rings a bell, for sure. Speaking of our room, and me and you, what can I do as your husband to help lighten the load?
Mm,
What
mm.
can I do on a day to day to help you be the best version of yourself?
I would say uh, there I attempt to make things a little bit more smoother in my brain
Mm-hmm.
by using the calendar that we have on the fridge,
Ooh,
but
ooh,
you
ooh,
refuse to look at it,
ooh.
and so I don't use
Oh,
it
the that
anymore.
fridge,
That
that fridge.
yes. So, but it would help if
Yeah.
you looked at it,
Yes.
and I think it would help me with the day to day and keeping up with daily tasks and monthly tasks and different things that happen in the month, because sometimes we have two ships passing in the night. So just knowing and being supportive in that way will
Yes,
help me.
I am guilty of people. I am guilty of not looking at this calendar. She does a great job of just writing the little things down, right? I go to the barber shop this day. I got dance this day. I do this and do that. And I just sometimes I get in my own way and I just walk right past it. So yes, I gotta do better with looking at that calendar and just seeing where there's conflicts, right? Seeing where there's room for me to step in and help out and grab dinner or make dinner or something like that. That's something I'm going to commit to moving forward, for sure. Okay. So,
Okay.
along with that, I know you had mentioned prior that uh, therapy and medication is something that you'll be exploring. What do you hope that these things bring to your life? What are you hoping the outcome will be when utilizing therapy and medications? Now, before you answer, I want to go on record. I'm not the biggest medication fan, and you already know that. I already told
Mhm.
you that. But I'm curious to hear your thoughts on what is your desired outcome uh, with utilizing therapy and potentially medication.
So I am looking forward to both pieces of the puzzle to help me to help draw me out,
Hmm.
to help me to focus, to help me to remember, to help me to do all the things that I couldn't do before.
Hmm.
So it makes me really anxious. So I'm actually feeling um, some anxiety because I'm wanting these tools to work fast. That's
Yeah.
the impulsivity in me. But I know I have to give it some time. But I'm looking forward to these things drawing me out and making me a better Katrina.
Hmm. Yes. Um, yes. That's spot on. Uh, that's what I see as well. Is one, therapy is a good safe space and place for you to just get the guidance and ask those questions that you may not ask me, right?
Mm.
Someone who is experienced in this particular um, field that can really give you what you need to empower you, to inspire you, to motivate you to be your best self while knowing that you have ADHD. Speaking of ADHD, and I always want to just keep uh, the things, the first thing first, which is ADHD. For somebody who's listening, somebody who may be tuned in to this, uh, video that stumbled across it on their algorithm, what is one thing that you could share with someone who don't quite understand what ADHD is, right? Uh, Most people see or hear about people with ADHD, and they may think it's a bad thing, or they may you know, think it's a disability or what have you. What is one thing that you want people to understand about ADHD?
I would say that um, ADHD is not being lazy.
Mm,
Um, but if you know that someone does have ADHD, definitely make an effort to be kind to them, to get to know them
mm.
from a different perspective. But also, I would say educate yourself on what ADHD is and what it means.
Okay. So with that being said, there's somebody who uh, is just finding out that they have ADHD, right? They probably searched it in the search bar in YouTube
Hmm.
and your videos popped up. what do you want to say to that person who's like looking, uh, fishing for some information, some guidance, some inspiration with their newly found diagnosis of ADHD?
I would say that you're not alone and that learning what is happening is going to be extremely powerful, and that this journey that you're taking is well worth it.
Mm, that's good.
Yeah,
That's good. I like that. I like that.
yeah,
Icing on the cake right
yeah.
there. Yeah.
And with that being said, I have an ebook that I wrote
Hello.
that can help you educate yourself on what ADHD is. It's entitled "Do You Have ADHD?" And I've written it, and it's live on Amazon
Let's go.
currently. So it's a short read, but it'll get you going.
Yes.
So pick it up whenever you can.
Yes. Yes. How much is it?
It's 2.99.
2.99.
Yeah.
Everybody, raise your hand if you got 2.99. Yep, you got
Mm-hmm.
2.99. 2.99. I love the fact that you're not just talking about it on videos, but you're living it. You're talking about it, and you created the ebook. So that's a trifecta approach, right? You know, they can view, they can talk to you personally, they can get these videos, and then you can get the book to help you along your journey. How cool is that? Thank you for sharing and just being vulnerable and creating this, I guess the locker room environment where you can talk about some of your, um, you know, your journey and talk about some of the things that you're going through in a vulnerable, but yet positive way. So thank you on behalf of all the people that's going to
Yeah.
be listening and stuff.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome. So don't forget to pick up that ebook. And guys, thank you so much for joining me and my husband at You Belong Coaching Women with ADHD. We'll talk soon. Bye.